UnregularRadio.com.
Live on Unregular Radio, that was Rob Patillo. And is that and the Lonely Planets, or was that just Rob Patillo?
Just says Rob Patillo.
All right, just Rob Patillo. We might be wrong, but that's how it's labeled.
I
And
spent
that
some
was
time-
Harvard Ave.
I spent some time on Harvard Ave when I was in law school. Fun place.
What were you doing?
Rob captured it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there are a number of clubs on Harvard Ave and other places to buy beer and books and other things.
Really, whatever you might want. at
Whatever
that
you might
age.
want. But
Except marijuana, of course. But you can still probably get it there. Just not legally.
not yet.
Not yet.
And in the studio with us is John Napoli.
Napoli. There we go.
Napoli.
We're gonna drill it into your head by the end of the show.
Napoli.
Yeah.
He'll be
This
speaking.
guy's even represented me in court. And
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he do all right in court for you?
I have enough.
Yeah,
I have enough.
actually,
early.
every time he's been pulled me through.
Yeah.
Hardly a scratch.
Thank you, John. John, you opened the first Hempest in Boston. You were down on the
Huntington
south.
Avenue in the Greenhouse Apartments. Once
Yeah.
I found out the place was named the Greenhouse, I had to.
Yeah.
That was the best place to start, the hemp store. And then we moved to Newbury in '97 and opened up Vermont 2000, Northampton 2001, and Harvard Square 2006. And of course, we have the website, and just been trying to build the brand slowly, steadily, and we produce our own clothing as well and other products.
What are some of your best-selling hemp products, like for clothing and other products that you sell there?
It's in a way, clothing is the men's stuff does better than the women's stuff, which is some sort of way surprising because women love clothing so much more. So, but our men's line does really well. We tend to blow out of that stuff, and it's hard to keep that in stock. The Hoodlam brand, the hemp line stuff is really popular in the winter. Then the accessories, the small stuff's popular, like the hemp rolling papers we're using right now, very popular item, and all the little gadgets that people buy, the glassware. It's across the board. We sell everything we have, luckily.
Yeah, I've been in there. The Hempest is always busy on Newbury Street.
It's
I
busy
definitely
right
noticed
now.
that. Madness. I love it.
Well, it is, and I'm wearing a shirt that I got at the Hempest.
A few years ago, yeah. That's
few
you feel like
years
you're on
ago.
vacation when
It
you
looks
wear that
brand
shirt.
new.
Yeah,
It immediately
You're
relaxes
in
you.
Polynesia when you're in this shirt.
That's a nice
I like
shirt.
that
got
one.
that. Yeah.
Hemp's a good summer material. It's a linen.
Well, it is a linen, and it's warmer than a cotton shirt, and it's why I love the T-shirts so much.
Not necessarily warmer though. If it's a 5 ounce lightweight blend or 100% hemp, it's going to breathe better than a cotton.
Right.
Well, I'm wearing a hemp silk shirt, so this is actually pretty warm. Too warm for today, unfortunately. But
Not this morning. Not in the burbs.
yeah. So the Hempest we're psyched to have the Freedom Rally coming up. That's always one of the busiest days of the year for us. That Saturday, we send people right on up Newbury Street, and works out really well for us.
Yeah, because your store is what 4.
Even in their state, they can find it from the Boston Commons.
Oh, yeah, just go through the public
we
gardens.
do give them maps.
Go
and
through the
everything, but-
public gardens. Go down Newbury Street to the 200 block.
and you'll smell it.
You'll
You'll see a bright light and hear a chorus.
You'll see it at 204.
207.
207.
Yeah, or 204.
And for people that don't know, that aren't listening, that haven't been to Boston, Newbury Street is the nice shopping location in Boston. It's not like I don't know. It's not like Molly. It's the nice place you want to go shopping. It's the spot.
We wanted to be right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, some of the women's clothing, and I have seen some of the ladies wearing the clothing. It looks great to me.
Yeah, it looks good.
I think I've bought
Depends on
something
who's
for
wearing
my
it.
wife.
We have a lot of nice summer dresses and a lot of nice short little skirts. And, it's clothing business can be a good business to be in, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you have a lot of nice women changing clothing in your dressing room. Coming out and asking you if it looks good or not, and we tell them it looks great.
It does
You
not
should
make
buy
you
it.
look fat.
And you're returning to the stage at the Freedom Rally this year.
Yep. Yeah, I got 5 minutes up there. I haven't. I guess we'll talk about hemp.
Yeah, and you're there every year. You vend. You bring your van down there.
Yes.
The van that does that
We
run on.
somehow
hemp
get
roads?
away with having our van on the grass at the Boston Commons.
Just
somehow.
We do break
Just
the
keep
park
that
rangers rules
slip
by
under
doing
the radar.
Just keep that thing over the.
I tell them it's part of the event.
Yeah, and just
And,
keep
it
really
something under
is,
the
too.
crankcase.
It really is. It's like
It is.
if people look for that. There's always photographs of it, and I see it all around Boston. I mean, I love driving and seeing the Hempest. It's running on. What does it
It's
run
tough to
on?
miss. Well, it's a diesel that we converted to run on vegetable oil. That we, it can run on hemp seed oil. Unfortunately, hemp seed oil is a little cost prohibitive compared to the used vegetable oil that restaurants are just throwing away. So we use that, burn up the garbage more or less, and run around for free. I haven't been to a gas station all summer, and. It's amazing how many people see you in that van. Like, you don't realize how many people you're driving by on the highway that you wouldn't see if
Yeah.
you were driving your normal car.
Yeah.
But you're driving that thing. Right? Hey, I saw you outside Route 2 today.
I'm beep. I bet people beep too.
Oh man, I've had everything. I've had girls flash me in that thing. Everything happens there. Everyone wants to know if you get pulled over. For the longest time, I said, nope, never been pulled over. Never been pulled over. They just think that, what's he going to be doing in
Not
that
in-
thing?
not in that car,
No
you
one's
haven't been
stupid
pulled
enough
over.
to do anything. And then finally, the state trooper rolled through a red light. I knew he was there, and he pulled me over. It ruined my streak. He ruined my day that day, too, this guy. Anyway, the van, I'm glad you're seeing it around town. I have it parked on Newberry Street right now, doing its job. I'll stay there all Labor Day weekend in the commercial zone till Tuesday when I have to move it before they take it or tow the thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but it'll be at the rally, and we'll all be there. We got the booth right next to the mass can booth, and we'll be pumping out the hemp and dealing with the kids there and having a good time.
Well, our listeners should know that we obtain our hemp cotton blend T-shirts through John's efforts at the Hempest, and for
We manufacture those T-shirts.
the extra large and smaller.
Yeah, we had to outsource the double XL and the triple XL. We didn't have those in stock. And
But-
those are in the 100% hemp, at least.
Yeah, well, no.
Yeah.
Oh, read the label, John. Read the label.
They got shipped straight to you, actually.
They did get you, but read the label. But the hemp. The nice thing about his shirts, the ones that say the Hempest in them extra large and smaller, is
organic cotton.
is that the men's shirt has a little inner pocket,
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
true,
The stash
too.
pocket.
and they're quite comfortable. They're quite
They love
durable.
that feature.
We'll have a limited number available at the Freedom Rally for sale. It's a single edition shirt. We don't make any more of them, but it's worth what we're asking. I really do think
That's a good cause there, too,
I've
to
got
support.
I've got shirts that go back since we've been doing the hemp cotton ones, which is now 5 years. That 5-year-old shirt is still
They just get better.
Yeah,
softer.
yeah, they do. Hemp.
Hemp, hemp, hooray!
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yep.
maybe
we all love hemp. I mean, I can't. The thing
Maybe
about
we-
marijuana, sometimes there are some people that don't like the subject, but hemp, everybody has to love hemp. Everybody.
Well, once you did, our presidents grew it. Columbus wouldn't have got here without it. It's a pretty basic thing. When people see the fabric or they see the food, and they see it in Whole Foods, the hemp milk.
The food is so nutritious too. It's so good. It's
my
great.
God, it's the best. I have it every day.
Except not enough farmers all over the world are being allowed to grow it for seed, to grow it for fiber, to grow it for stock, to grow it for its flowering tops.
Well, it's really this
Not
country.
here.
It's this
Not here.
country.
Yeah,
Nowhere.
Not here.
Well,
and we're leading the
nowhere.
campaign.
Canada's growing it.
Yeah.
That's where we get the food
Not
from.
here, and we're leading the campaign against it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep, that's true.
No, but you got to import it. There are expenses.
What's growing here?
Jim
That's
Pillsbury.
the funny thing about the law is you're legally allowed to import these products. It shows the whole charade of the thing.
Jim
right
Pillsbury couldn't manage it after trying for 2 years,
there. Doing what?
trying to import herds and stocks from Canada for burning.
Yeah, for burning, right. Well, luckily, though, we can get the seed in from Canada, and it's a good product in the milk, and the food category is a very fast-growing category. It's one of the fastest-growing categories in the natural food industry. So, Hemp could be really poised to be the next soy, even just when you talk about the hemp seed.
It's way better than soy too.
Yeah, it tastes better.
Soy
You
is
can
like
grow it in northern
soy is
climates.
crap to me. I'm sorry. If people
It is.
really want real,
Don't insult my...
a real replacement for milk and cream and things like that, it is hemp. Hemp, like that is. Please,
Hemp's
it's so
definitely more nutritionally complete, and you can grow it in more different climates, and you're going to have a product that isn't genetically modified. In my opinion, tastes a lot better than soy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
tastes
Yeah.
better for you.
I think that we should hear, and Newman's going to have to look for this and see if it's still on the system, but I think we have to hear Forefathers Group Pot.
Yeah, do we have that? Can we look it up? We're putting them on the spots.
Is it Forefather Fore?
Yeah,
I
we
believe
think-
so.
That is not coming up. Let me try it the other way in case somebody's challenged.
What was the name of that band? Bad Gas.
Bad gas. I think that's long gone.
Bad
that was
Gas.
on the
I
time
might have to
when
bring it
songs
back
were
in.
getting backloaded.
I have one.
Oh, bad,
Bad Gas?
It just says bad gas, bad gas.
That could be something wrong though. It could be something totally different. We should just play it and find out.
Let's
All right.
find out.
When do you want to hear it?
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, like now?
Well, we'll be back after this.
We'll be back after this with John from the
With John
Hempest.
from the Hempest.
Taking phone call 617-606-4122 unregularradio.com
and first, we have a new ad from about the Freedom Rally by Dex motherfucking.
Tur.
Yeah.
And talking about the Unregular Radio broadcast.
You got it.
What is up, the world? This is Unregular Radio's very own Dex motherfucking Tur. And like last year, I am emceeing the Boston Freedom Rally, September 17th, 2011, the Boston Commons. Make sure you make your way down there for the Mass Can Normal 2011 Boston Freedom Rally. If you can't be there, don't worry. Unregular Radio has your back. We're going to be broadcasting the main stage live all day long, which means you'll hear brunt of it. Casey Desmond, The Force, Mighty Mystic, Farron Butcher Incorporated, The 360s, DJ Slim, Mr. DL, Terminology, Prospect Hill, and just announced special headliner, Tree. The rally starts at high noon, but Unregular Radio kicks it off with a live broadcast at 11:30 a.m. That's right. If you can make your way down to Boston Common on September 17th, 2011, you should, along with 79,000 of your closest friends. But if you can't be there, don't worry. Unregular Radio is bringing you the Boston Freedom Rally live only on unregularradio.com.
Two Hotheads on Cannabis, the THC Show, is sponsored by 1000watts.info. A bright idea for patients, by patients.
Featured locations where you can pick up a copy of the magazine are at all four Hempests and at Grower's Edge in East Providence and South County Hydroponics in Wakefield, Rhode Island.
1000watts.info. And in the studio, we have John from the Hempest. We haven't had any phone calls, have we, today, or instant feedback? What's going on
Nothing
today?
yet.
617-606-4122. You know how to contact us. Don't be scared.
Talking about hemp,
We're in a good mood today.
we've always thought that the big money is going to be in hemp. It was once the most important agricultural commodity in the Northern Hemisphere.
It was
Yeah.
always the most important until the invention of the cotton gin.
And it's, you know, the more you look into hemp, you can't deny the truth. Like, it's such a good plant because of the way it grows in the soil. It's a small little bush. It grows quickly. It's very productive for the square acreage and all, you know, every single way. It's like, it turns out to be the best food. It turns out to be the best medicine.
It's amazing that
It
they
tur-
could make it illegal. I mean, think about it. If it's one of the best plants on earth, how did we get to this point where everyone's scared of it?
And it's funny as the,
Propaganda, you know, obviously the
Propaganda.
whole, you know, the Hearst newspaper propaganda, the marijuana scare in the 1920s and 30s.
The invention of synthetic materials during the 30s, too, which a lot of people invested in.
petrochemical industry.
Yeah. Well, nylon was patented the same year, 1937. The wood pulp paper making process was patented the same year, 1937. That hemp was made illegal under the name of marijuana. But yeah, I guess you could do anything if you own the politicians that write the laws. Right?
Well, and they scared the farmers out of it, and for many of hemp's uses, because the hemp brake was not really perfected, was replaced by cheaper fibers brought from elsewhere.
But yet, and when we got into World War II, all of a sudden we had to start growing a ton of hemp again.
Yeah, the farmers had to be paid to grow the hemp and walked through the tax process so that they had the proper paperwork.
And they called it hemp now. They're not calling it marijuana
No,
anymore.
it's hemp now.
Now it's hemp, and it's your patriotic duty to grow it.
That's because, except when we're growing it for seed, we grow it really close together so it grows real tall and thin.
And if you support the wars that are going on in the world, you should be demanding that we grow hemp again. Because if it worked then, it should work now, right?
It's still a strategic war fiber.
You know, like we should grow hemp in America. You know, support the. You know, why not?
Well, I've talked to a number of
Pay our taxes with it.
ocean biologists that are studying whales, and they say, I keep telling them, natural fiber lines, they'll rot away, not these plastics that are getting entangled.
That's a big problem. Plastic island out there in the Pacific.
Yeah, and it's bad. Exactly. That's the other thing too. Like hemp can replace plastic.
Anything oil does. Any petro, we can replace all that.
We you know, and you have all these frozen foods. I go through the frozen food aisle. Frozen foods are obviously already not as good as natural foods and things that aren't frozen. But if you're going to use them, like I don't want them in plastic. I'd like to have them in hemp, a hemp composite. Like
bioplastic.
Yeah, like
Could be made
seriously,
from vegetable
this
oil.
is so much better for the environment in terms of recycling and all that. It's also better for the world. I mean, in terms of eating and taste and chemicals and, you know, you're not supposed to freeze plastic. I don't care what anyone says, and everyone does.
And they put hot water in it too, boiling water.
And microwave it. You know, they say it's safe. It's not safe. I don't believe it.
There's a reason why there's so much cancer out there.
Yep.
You know, and petrochemicals, I believe, have a big role
Absolutely. And hemp is an easy solution. And I'm glad to see that a lot of even, you know, natural plant fibers are starting to be used. But I think hemp is the better way to do it in terms of square footage and all these other things that people talk about.
It's definitely the number one plant. That's why it's illegal, I guess. I mean, because it could compete with the synthetic products, and I guess at this point they don't want to admit how wrong. You know.
Well, it's always human nature. You can never admit you're wrong.
Yeah, it's the
Especially
most
the
evil
other
plant on earth. No, I guess it's
Nah.
one of the we need to be growing the most evil plant on earth. And yeah, it's going to be quite a 180 when it happens, but it's going to happen.
Well, it's ridiculous. So don't vote for anybody, whether it be dog catcher or president of the United States. Don't vote for anybody who will not legalize marijuana. It's something that should be asked of every politician. And we're in a campaign season right now in the city of Boston.
Yes, we are.
And the other municipalities that have city form of government in Massachusetts.
It's a good time to ask.
Good time to ask.
We actually have a candidate, I believe, coming up for Boston City Council. He was a candidate last time. He almost made the city council. He's very competitive. He's a Boston school teacher. And he has a chance. You know, he's definitely somebody that's an up-and-coming. Sean Ryan's going to be speaking. He supports legalization at the Boston Freedom Rally.
It's important to ask this question because it's sort of a dirty little secret.
They support it in private.
Yeah,
A lot of them do.
that they do. So, John, the Hempest, you can find the locations by going to...
Going to hempest.com.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
all
great
you need to
website.
do.
I check it out all the time.
We're
You got a
coming-
lot of mail order. You can get products that you can't get anywhere else.
That's the biggest selection of hemp clothing and accessories in the world right there at hempest.com.
Yeah.
Some of the ladies' stuff is just absolutely lovely.
Yeah, and it's it's really nice stuff. Nice product, I mean, this is the place, hempest.com.
Steve loves the lady stuff.
I think we
He's a
all
ladies'
do.
man.
It's classy too. It's not, you know, we can like it, right, Steve?
It's not just hippie chick.
Yeah.
We got to bring the fashion show back next year.
We're going to do
Well, we
something
can do
different
that. I think
with
we
the
should do.
fashion show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to do something. I'm thinking that we should hold a large meeting again this winter, like we held last December. And for an entertainment part of it, we have a 15-minute runway session with more clothes and people able to actually hear about the designer and where it's
runway.
made, and with a little runway. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, we'll get some real models for that one then.
You talking about at the Freedom Rally?
I mean,
No.
Oh,
It can't be done at the
location,
Freedom
another
Rally. If it
location.
doesn't work, you got to admit it doesn't really work at the Freedom Rally except for
it's a tough crowd.
It
there.
could work better at the main
They're
stage.
not- it's not a
It's
fashion
got to be
crowd.
done at the right moment and right time.
No, but let's do it as almost a separate event. 'Cause-
I think it would be hotter that way too, at a club or
yeah, wouldn't it?
yeah. I think more people would come out for it, and it'd be a special event just for that fashion show.
Just for that fashion show.
Yeah, we've done it. I mean, we've done them inside the clubs, and it does work a little bit better than in front of outside at that venue. A little bit better.
John, I want to thank you for coming in.
Sure, anytime.
We'll talk this week, and we'll see you September 17th.
Yeah, look for us out in the comments. You'll see the van.
We'll see the van. I can't wait. Len, you got your booth set up there too, right? You're right there.
Oh yeah,
every
look
year.
for the booth. Look for the
Yeah.
Hempest booth. We're right next to the mass can.
And you guys are one thing I'll say. You guys are not only friendly and have great products. You're an activist. We talked about your activism today. You've done a lot to back the Freedom Rally, other hemp groups. I've seen it. Remember the walk for the dude that did the walk.
Oh yeah, that dude.
The walk for change.
Did he make it?
No.
He went pretty far though. He was a little over optimistic.
Yeah,
he should have
I
just
thought
stuck to
so.
I'm going to
thought
walk
so.
from 200 miles. 'Cause
Boston
he did
to
walk.
Providence.
Yeah.
Boston to Hartford.
He did a
Start
good
small.
walk.
Start small.
Boston to Hartford, and then
And he
to
got
Providence.
discouraged because I think that he didn't understand that it takes a lot more preparation and planning. People will not just come out and give you everything. It's just not the way it works.
Yeah,
I really have
yeah.
to build. I don't think he was quite prepared for what he was getting into. But I think he did a great job, and I know that you supported them.
Oh, hey, you also can go to our Facebook.com /Hempest page as well. I forgot to mention that one. And we want everyone buying hemp. That's our main form of activism.
That's your
We look at it from a business perspective. We want, because, politics is in a way a slave to business. So put your money where your mouth is, and that's what we support, and we're going to get there.
I love that message because I think a lot of people miss that. And as a consumer, even, where do you want to shop? Do you want to shop at Walmart, or do you want to shop with the Hempest when you just heard the man who runs the place say that?
And on September 17th, you can shop with both by buying one of our hemp cotton T-shirts.
Yeah. And so check out both booths, Mass Can at the Freedom Rally and the Hempest.
And you'll find the main mass can tent by finding the Hempest van and vice versa.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, John.
Thank you for coming in, John.
Anytime.
So, what's going on?
I think
in the
we'll take-
next hour, we're going to be talking to Bobby Tuna.
From
Did you talk to him?
the big movie. Yeah, oh yeah. He's definitely, he's ready to go. This guy is the major deal. I mean, he's got a movie square grouper, and he's full of life and a big person. And you'll see he's also on the Florida Normal Board of Directors. So we'll be listening and talking to Robert Platt, Sean, the Black Tuna, Bobby Tuna. We'll hear all about him.
And we'll be talking about...
We interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast.
Bing bong, it's 420. Yes, you are indeed listening to Two Hotheads on Cannabis on Unregular Radio. Stay tuned because more wackiness is sure to ensue.